All-American Institute of Medical Sciences.
Nationwide 90 FM, continuing the tradition of fair, fearless, and factual reporting. You're listening to Nationwide 90 FM. The time is
a minute after 5.
From the Nationwide News Network, comprehensive, incisive, tough. This is Nationwide at 5.
Good afternoon, I'm Andrew Cannon. Coming up in the news for this Saturday, August 16, 2025, JLP candidate for Manchester North Eastern Senator Ambassador Audrey Marks dismisses social media reports that a fatal stabbing incident occurred at a party meeting on Friday night. Opposition leader Mark Golding labels sitting MP for South St. James, the JLP's Homer Davis, as a non-performer. Investigators assigned to the Firearms and Narcotics Investigation Division FNID seized over 1,800 pounds of compressed ganja during an operation in Spanish Town on Friday. On the international scene, Vladimir Putin describes his meeting with Donald Trump as timely and very useful, despite the two leaders failing to reach a deal on ending the war in Ukraine. And in sport, Aussies beat South Africa off penultimate ball to win series. The details after this.
If it's news, it's got to be Nationwide 90 FM.
JLP candidate for Manchester North Eastern Senator Audrey Marks is seeking to dismiss social media reports that a fatal stabbing incident occurred at a party meeting on Friday night. Ambassador Marks said the man, Andrew Hendricks, was stabbed to death following a dispute he had with another man, but the incident took place in the vicinity of the party's constituency campaign office in the Sedberg area of Christiana. Preliminary reports are that an argument began between Mr. Hendricks and the other man during a domino game. The argument escalated and a knife was brought into play. Both men were reportedly hurt and one was rushed to the Percy Junior Hospital where Mr. Hendricks succumbed. The JLP candidate said she is saddened by the incident and expressed condolences to the family of Mr. Hendricks. She noted that the police are investigating the matter. Opposition leader Mark Golding has labelled sitting MP for South St. James, the JLP's Homer Davis, as a non-performer as he sought to drum up support for the prospective candidate of the PNP, Nikisha Burchell. He urged PNP supporters not to sell out their vote.
He is not going to change anything for the better. His promises were given and were not performed. So you know what you're dealing with there. It's a clear choice, people. And I say to you, stand up for your right to vote. Don't sell out yourself. Don't sell out your children. Don't sell out your party. Don't sell out your candidate. And don't sell out Ayman Mark.
Mark Golding, opposition leader, he was speaking at a party meeting in the constituency on Friday. Meanwhile, PNP supporters are now gathering in Crossroads St. Andrew for a mass meeting. That meeting will feature candidates for the Kingston and St. Andrew constituencies. Mr. Golding is expected to deliver the main address. Opposition spokesman on education Damon Crawford says the goal of the PNP is to ensure all children leave primary education fully literate and numerate.
We will ensure that the stories of literacy problems in high school are a thing of the past by focusing on literacy and numeracy in the first 4 years, indicating that by the grade 6, all our children should be literate and numerate with the necessary interventions to correct the necessary things for those children. We will host camps, we will host evening programs, we will host summer school to ensure that those who unfortunately have been robbed of opportunity don't remain in the lines of the level 3 and level 2, but all come to pathway 1, which is the aim for our children.
To assist with this, the PNP's manifesto speaks to a retention plan which promises incentives to educators to dissuade them from seeking overseas employment.
We are proposing a retention plan for teachers so that Jamaica become more competitive for the services of our wonderful teachers that are constantly being asked to migrate into other spaces. This retention plan will change some of the realities that we have seen where students doing an exam in fifth form have not had a math teacher since third form. It therefore explains why less than 40% of our children children taking math are passing math at this particular point in time. The teacher retention plan would include, first of all, greater access to housing through the NHT. It will include reservation of housing units built through the NHT and under government programs.
Damon Crawford, opposition spokesman on education. Jamaican students are maintaining their impressive performance in the Caribbean Advanced Proficiency Examination CAPE. The Ministry of Education has noted that for CAPE Unit 1, there were 29,670 subject entries with a pass rate of 96.2%, while for Unit 2, there were 12,500 subject entries with a 92.3% pass rate. The performance of students improved by 1.2% and 1.3% for Unit 1 and Unit 2 respectively when compared to last year. Minister of Education Dr. Dana Morris-Dixon said teachers, principals should keep up the great work, and she was pleased to see the continued great performance. She was addressing a press conference held on Friday at the ministry's Hero Circle headquarters in Kingston, where she presented a report on Jamaica's performance in CAPE and the Caribbean Secondary Education Certificate, CSEC. Meanwhile, the Education Minister is saluting the work of parents, students, teachers, and other stakeholders in the education sector for this year's Encouraging Caribbean Examinations Council's CXC results. In English A, the National Public School pass rate moved to 85%. This is up from 76% last year and is above the regional average pass rate of 80%. Meanwhile, the public school pass rate climbed to 44%, up from 39% last year, and is ahead of this year's Caribbean average of 39%, and that's for mathematics. In addition to highlighting the work of students and teachers, in a post on Instagram, Dr. Morris-Dixon said there were strategic engagements that led to the improved results.
This has taken a lot of hard work from a lot of people, and I have to say thank you. And Jamaica, this is what we are working for in education. We're working really hard with our children. We're seeing the result of our camps that we did, our Easter camp and our Christmas camps. And we thank everybody who worked so hard to make those camps a reality. But we're not going to stop there. There's so much more that we are willing to do and ready to do, and listen out for all the plans we have.
The Education Minister also sought to encourage those who had disappointing results.
For those of you who may not get the results you had expected, I say to you that there are many paths to success. And this is an administration that has worked really hard to provide other opportunities. And so we have Heart NSTA Trust that's available to you, and you can go there up to level 4, which is an associate degree free of cost. We have our community colleges that are implementing new and exciting programs. And so if you get your results and they don't look like what you want, don't be discouraged. There is still a lot that we can do together to get you on that path to realize that wonderful potential.
Dr. Dana Morris-Dixon, Education Minister. The first debate for the 2025 general election will take place next week, Saturday. That's the word from the Jamaica Debates Commission, JDC. In a release, JDC says the debate for Saturday, August 23, will focus on social issues. The second debate, which will be held on Tuesday, August 26, will focus on the economy. The first and second debates will each feature 3-person teams. The final debate for August 28 will be a leadership showdown between Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness and Opposition Leader Mark Golding. All 3 debates will last for 90 minutes. Investigators assigned to the Firearms and Narcotics Investigation Division FNID seized over 1,800 pounds of compressed ganja during an operation on Spanish Town Road on Friday, August 15. 3 men were arrested in connection with the seizure. According to the police, about 10 p.m., FNID personnel intercepted a Toyota bus with 2 men aboard. The vehicle was searched and several knitted bags containing the ganja was found. Further investigations resulted in the interception of another car, and another man was also arrested. All 3 men were taken into custody. The illicit drug has an estimated street value of $5.6 million. Additionally, the police seized more than $200,000 in cash. The men remain in custody. However, their identities are being withheld pending further investigations. Since the start of the year, over 21,000 kilograms or more than 46,000 pounds of ganja have been seized with an estimated street value of over $143 million. The public is reminded to report illegal firearms and narcotics by contacting FNID at 876-923-6184, the National Intelligence Bureau at 811, Crime Stop at 311, or the nearest police station. Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness is wooing more Jamaicans to make investments in their country as the government strives to build a resilient economy.
We want to see more Jamaicans seeing the opportunity in their country and taking the risk in investing in the country. And that is how growth happens, when investors, whether they are local or international, takes the risk on the country.
In recent times, Prime Minister Holness has stated that there's never been a better time to invest in Jamaica. He highlighted Jamaica's ability to quickly recover from setbacks, and this should give investors confidence. Prime Minister Holness says that Jamaicans should be open to foreigners investing in Jamaica.
As Jamaica becomes a destination for investment, Jamaicans have to become comfortable with foreigners, persons from different jurisdictions coming into the country and investing in the country. Persons from overseas, they see the opportunity and they come to Jamaica as a country not riskless, but a country in which they can calculate the risk. They can manage the risk. They can have certainty of the outcome.
Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness. And now to news on the international scene. Vladimir Putin describes his meeting with Donald Trump as timely and very useful despite the two leaders failing to reach a deal on ending the war in Ukraine. However, Putin says the talks with the US president, quote, bring us closer to the right decisions. Trump had previously said he wouldn't be happy leaving the summit without a ceasefire. Meanwhile, Volodymyr Zelensky says he will travel to Washington, D.C. to meet Trump on Monday, while a meeting of Ukrainian allies led by the UK, France and Germany is scheduled for Sunday. In Kiev, Ukrainians said they feel crushed by Trump's red carpet welcome for Putin. And now to sport. Glenn Maxwell scored an unbeaten 62 from 36 balls to help Australia beat South Africa by 2 wickets in the decider and win the 3-match T20 series 2-1. The hosts were struggling at 122 for 6 in the 14th over while chasing a target of 173 when the 36-year-old hit his first T20 one-half century in 11 innings. His half-century left Australia needing 12 runs from 2 overs, but South Africa all-rounder Corbin Bush dismissed Ben Dorsius and Nathan Ellis with consecutive deliveries in the penultimate over as momentum swung in favour of the tourists. And now for a recap of the top stories making the news at this hour. GOP candidate for Manchester North Eastern Senator Ambassador Audrey Marks dismisses social media reports that a fatal stabbing incident occurred at a party meeting on Friday night. Opposition leader Mark Gordon labelled sitting MP for South St James, the GOP's Homer Davies, as a non-performer. Investigators assigned to the Firearms and Narcotics Investigation Division, FNID, seized over 1,800 pounds of compressed ganja during an operation on Friday in Spanish Town. You can find the news on our website at nationwideradiojm.com and on the Nationwide app available on Google Play and the App Store. News is next at 5 tomorrow afternoon. Good afternoon.
Creative Building Finishes is celebrating 25 years of transforming Jamaican spaces. And we're saying thank you in a big way. Enjoy up to 25% off select items all year long, from bold tiles to breathtaking bathrooms and kitchens. Discover everything you need to create